Survivors know better than anyone how hard it is to get safe housing. I'm honored right now to introduce our survivors and advocate, Stephanie Woodbine.
Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Stephanie Woodbine. I am a survivor and a DV advocate. I'm also a housing access and stability client of New Destiny Housing. I was evicted a couple years ago. My daughter and I were homeless for several months. We received the EHV voucher. Along with the EHV voucher, we received housing navigation services from New Destiny Housing. During that period of us being unhoused, it was very tumultuous. We did not enter a DV shelter because we were not in active crisis, so technically we did not qualify. And I personally was afraid of the DHS shelters. Based on what I've heard, I was scared to take my daughter into those conditions. I didn't know anything personally, but I've heard stories. So my daughter and I, we were unhoused for a couple months, as I said. We stayed in Airbnbs. We couch surfed a lot. This report is important because it highlights some of the hidden homeless, because there are a lot of people who are like couch surfing or staying in different areas with friends or sleeping in parks or, so technically we might have somewhere to sleep, but we're not housed, right? So certain things need to change in terms of the stipulations, what qualifies for homelessness, because right now, what qualifies for homelessness in the schools as opposed to the DHS shelters is different stipulations, right? I wanted to come here and talk because at the end of the day, I don't think enough people know about the intersection of homelessness and DV and just how much it, how would I say, they intersect, and 57% of people who are homeless, women and children, is as a result of DV. This is, stated facts and data. The strength I found during this time came from my navigation people at New Destiny, because while I was out there trying to figure out a place to sleep at night, I had my housing navigator, meeting with brokers and talking to landlords, and my voucher I received after I was evicted, but I feel like a voucher like that is something that needs to be in place that will help a lot of other New Yorkers. Personally, I didn't qualify for any other voucher until I was evicted. I was homeless and I had housing instability for years. Another thing that I don't think enough attention is shed on is, coercive control and post-separation abuse, especially within families that have children. Even after you separate, then you have that often arduous custody court case. And we have to comply. Imagine being a survivor and being ordered to bring your child to the home of your abuser, right? It's very hard. But working with the Mayor's Office to End Gender-Based Violence as well, I met with several other people working with different populations, people working with elderly people who are going through sex assault and DV, people working with transgender youth. These are all populations that when DV occurs, they have nowhere to go. Single individuals have nowhere to go when they don't have children and they don't qualify for certain things. So I feel it's really important, it's imperative that we all talk about this, we spread more awareness, we spread this report. New Destiny is amazing, they do amazing work. They're one of the only organizations committed to ending that double trauma of both homelessness and DV, and I just want to thank them so much on behalf of all the survivors who worked with them, who got the vouchers, who got the navigation, and we're here to push it as much as we can and try to get everybody to hear our voices. I'm speaking for people who can't speak right now, I had a heat stroke a couple days ago, but I made it, and I tried